Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. We're just finishing up our little task here with throwing some herbicide onto the field so that we can get rid of all of these weeds. We've got this field here to do. We've done those two down there, and then we've got the long field over there, which is what we've got the oats on, and then that job will all be completed. Once we've done that, our next job is going to be fast forwarding until we get the harvest, and we'll do the harvest. It's going to be the next thing that we want to do. The game is out. The game has been released. And we now have our very first mods available. The Estancia Lapacho map has been released as a mod. And we've also got a tractor mod as well. We've got the Deutz AgroStar 6.61. That will be rather familiar to some of you. Let's just take a look at that and see what the option... Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Oh, no, it did get to the end of the field. Right. Quick look at that one. Look at the end of the field. Right there at this one. So you got Trelleborg, you've got the Nokian, and then you've got the various setups for the wheels. And that's your options for that one. And then we've also got in here another mod, which is in this one. We've got the Case 1660 Axial Flow. That little bad boy right there. There's a header to go with it as well. So that is the first mods. And the round bale trailer, that one is coming out very, very soon. That will also be here for people to be able to use. I believe that is going to be released tomorrow. Well, actually, by the time you watch this video, it's very likely already going to be out. Now, something slightly more serious. Some of you went and bought from Fanatical on my recommendation. You pre-ordered the game. Now, many of you may have realized by now from seeing comments that there was a rather serious issue and the keys weren't working. I have, at the moment, I haven't had the full story, but it looks like I can clarify absolutely now that this was beyond Fanatical's control. Okay? I've looked into this because, you know, I've recommended these guys, and so I want to make absolutely certain that what I've recommended is above board, and I can say with absolute certainty that what's happened is completely out of Fanatical's hands. They were not able to do anything about it. It's to do with the keys that they were supplied not working and something like that. They and Giants have been working frantically to try and rectify this situation. They've pulled in Fanatical, pulled in everybody that they possibly can in order to try and deal with this. They're a small company, okay? The Fanatical are actually quite a small company. They're not like a big corporation or anything like that. They're a small company, and this is as bad for them as it is for anyone else. Obviously, their reputation is on the line with this. They are doing everything they can as I speak to try and get this sorted out. They're working with Giants, and the last I've heard is that they are trying to... It's very likely that anybody that's bought with them, because they did originally have Steam keys for sale, and then for some reason it was switched over to Giants keys. I don't know what happened and why that happened. I've yet to find that out. I will try to update people as often as I can. Obviously, this... Now, what I'm telling you at the moment is, like, you're going to be watching this in about 24 hours' time, so a lot may have happened. But you should, hopefully, have had your keys by that point. By the time this video goes live, you should hopefully have had your keys. They're looking at getting Steam keys out to everybody now, rather than the Giants keys that they were giving out. So I don't know exactly what's happened. I will try to do a small update video, if I can find out what's happened with it all. But again, I don't know if I will be or not. I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. Anybody that's still getting issues, it is being dealt with, and it is being... This has been classed as the utmost importance with Fanatical. They are doing everything they can right now. They're classing this as extremely serious. They are not taking this lightly. They're not just taking your money and running or anything like that. This is extremely serious to them. Their reputation depends on the integrity of the keys that they give you, and they you know, obviously the keys haven't worked, and this is extremely serious for them as well as everybody else. So don't think that they've just taken your money and they've run away. That is absolutely not the case. I'm really, really hoping that by the time this video goes up, it will have been dealt with. And I will, obviously, if I'm able to get, like, a better update on this, maybe I will have already released something on the channel elsewhere. But just in case I haven't, I wanted to just say something about it now. I am really, really sorry that this has happened. And the first thing I did when I found out this was going on was I contacted Fanatical. I've done everything I possibly could to find out exactly what's going on. And I have made absolutely certain that this is being dealt with. And it is being dealt with. Whenever I say I've made absolutely certain, there's not really a huge amount that I can do. Mostly, I've been reviewing whether or not I should be recommending them. That was sort of one of the first things I'm looking at is, well, this has happened. What's going on? Should I be recommending them? A lot of you people have had delays getting your game because of my recommendation. So obviously this does come down to me as well. I recommended them and it's gone wrong. So I've looked and I've checked, and I am happy that it is not actually the fault of Fanatical. I appreciate that it is incredibly frustrating. I really, really do, because I've been on the other end of this. I have experienced things like this personally, and I can appreciate just how phenomenally frustrating this must be. But at the same time, I am also 100% satisfied that this is not actually the fault of Fanatical themselves. This is something that has happened that is beyond their control. They are doing everything they can to fix it, but I am happy that it's not them who were at fault, and so I am still going to be recommending Fanatical from, for going to buy games and things like that, because occasionally things like this do happen. It doesn't matter the company, and really you sort of look at the way that a company deals with a situation like this, rather than whether or not it does happen in the first place. It has happened for Fanatical, unfortunately, but I am happy that the way they've been dealing with it is good. Some of you last night, for me, in the States were having problems with this. The issue with that, and I think that some of you were able to get through to them a bit, and you were able to be speaking to them. But they're a UK-based company, so it's obviously going to be difficult for somebody over in the States. You're trying to get this sorted out. As a UK-based company, they're on quite a different time zone to what you're on, so it may have seemed like you weren't getting very much response from them, last night for me. But yeah, I have satisfied myself that it wasn't them that were at fault, and also I am pleased that the way that they've handled it, and they've sort of gone through, they're dealing with it absolutely as best they can, and they are treating it with the utmost priority. They really are. They are absolutely aware of just how bad this can be, and how frustrating it can be. And they are not treating it lightly. This is not something that is just, oh yeah, so what, we'll worry about that next week. They are doing this as quickly as they possibly can. So, again, I am sorry that some of you have had to go through this, but it is being dealt with, and hopefully, if you haven't got keys yet, you will be getting them very soon. But I really hope that by the time you watch this video, you will have had your keys. Anyway, I can't really say much more about it because of the whole time difference between when it happens and when it could be dealt with. So what we're going to do is we're going to start fast forwarding time again, just like that, and then we're going to go strolling over here. We're going to take a look at our horses. Now, I don't want that one. I want that one right there. So if we have a look at our horses at the moment, both of them haven't been ridden at all today. Tyree is on 15% condition. His value has gone up to almost $8,000. Tech Lime is the same. So I think we could have ridden them both a little bit more, but we're going to take both of these horses out if we can, and we're going to give them a little bit of a ride that they can do with a bit of a run around while we wait for our crops to ripen. So we're going to go out this way, and we're going to jump the fence with him, And gonna just go for a little run around with Tyree right here and give him the exercise that he really needs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 or 3 horses, and whenever we're sort of jumping around in time and that, we can take the horses out, give them a little bit of a run around, give them a little bit of exercise, and when a horse reaches 100% condition, maximum value, we'll then take that horse and we will sell it and we will buy another one to replace. I'm thinking we might go and just bump it up to have 3 horses in the pen. I don't really know at the moment. I don't know how much you've got to ride them every day in order to be able to get the condition to increase very much. I'm thinking probably won't have to ride them all that much. I mean, yes, it's good to ride them. It is good to take them out, but we don't want to be doing this for like hours and hours every day, do we? Let's be honest here. This is not something that we want to do all the time. We are going to get fed up with it. However, I do love the fact that there is now an extra element of gameplay. So those of you who are really into your horses, or anybody that wouldn't normally play a farming game because, you know, they're into equestrian, not agriculture, there's now a reason for them to come and play Farming Simulator. So it's right here. There you go. You can have your horses. You can have a field of, well, you can go and buy the straw. You can just have fields of horses. Although you can only have 16 named horses at any one time, I believe. So your riding stable is limited to 16 horses. At least I think it is. So we'd have to, we would have to sort of see about that. We're going to, we're really pushing Tyree now. We're going up and down all of these steeper hills. We're on 36%, so he's actually got quite a bit more riding that he could go and do. Sure if we should. I think we will. I think we will try and take him out and give him a longer run. We run him all the way over here. I'm going to bring up the map a minute. There we go. Sort of see what we're doing. We've got, oh, okay. Well, if we've had a growth stage, we may have had a growth stage over on our own farm as well. Yes, we have. So let me slow down the time to 1x speed. And we'll be ready for harvesting. There we go. There's our crops. We jump down off of that mountain there. You gotta love just... you gotta love the jumping. You do have to love the jumping. It is brilliant. Can we go right through the chickens? Are we able to, like, run and gallop right through the chicken pen? Oh, we can. Clear the fences and everything. You can go right through them. That is brilliant. I really like that. And then jump over here and then just press E like that and horse Tyree is back in stable. It's like instant back in stable. 56% of his riding right there. So let's brush him down like that. There. Nope, he's all brushed down. He's done. So then you look in here. He hasn't actually lost any condition at the moment, but then the condition is to do with these over here, so we were losing a bit on that previously. 56% versus 0. I think with 0, it means that's not going to change. We're going to leave Tech Line. We're not going to exercise him today, and we're going to see if anything changes overnight. And then he's on 56%, and we'll see how he changes overnight. So I've got these vehicles out here. Everything is just kind of left strewn about at the moment. We will go over to this one, and this one right here. We've got a little bit of grain left in that trailer. I'm actually going to bring the last of these oats back here, and we will maximum, okay, enough to feed the animals for 10 days. Okay, I like that we can feed them for 10 days. That's pretty good. That means that we're not going to have to stuff food in quite so frequently, which is going to make our life a little bit easier. Is that 15 miles an hour? Is that really top speed for this tractor? I have a plan. I don't want to be stuck at 15 miles an hour, so I'm going to unhitch that tractor. We may very well sell this tractor. 15 miles an hour all the time is a little slow. So we'll stop there. Let's concentrate on getting this one running first. So we'll bring you out. And lift that header up. Get you back out here. And I was thinking we'd do the big field over there first. I'm not going to, actually. I'm going to do these 2 fields directly in front of us. Because once those are done and we've bailed them up, the next thing that we'll do is we can start making that field bigger. And we can work on some of these over here. That tree there, I want to remove that tree so that we've got room. Because I'm thinking up here somewhere is where we're going to put our other animals. I haven't seen yet what animals you're going to... Actually, I said that I was going to do that one. I'm going to do this one here first. Then I'll do that one. We'll sort of work down through them. We'll do the big field over the other side last. I want to go to there and unfold this. Oh, no, it was already unfolded. Oh, dear. I left it unfolded. That was a bit irresponsible, wasn't it? So we'll run you into there. You're going to start your combining. Let's go and have a look in cab a minute, just see what it's like. As usual, I'm not much of a fan of in-cab driving for any simulator game, apart from Euro Truck. It's the only one where I've ever found being in cab is actually easier for me than being out of cab. I genuinely prefer out of cab driving much more than in cab driving, just because you get to see the machine a lot more. You get to sort of, you see and feel and, I was going to say smell it, but you don't quite get to smell it. We haven't got smell-o-vision just yet. Although they did release that thing, didn't they? Remember that April Fool's joke that Giants did? And then they went and actually released it, so you could smell the farmyard. And I don't know if anybody ever bought one. Did anyone get one of those? Does it work? Please tell me in the comments section. I really want to know about that one. By the time this video goes up, there's probably going to be that Ursus bale trailer, which means that what I'd like to do is, once we've got a little bit of combining done here, we'll be able to do some baling as well, and we'll have a load of round bales. We'll be able to stack them up somewhere. But of course, we're going to want to be able to have a shed to stack these in, and that is the bit that I'm wondering about, is where are we going to put this shed? So now, this is going to be the big thing, right? This is how we're going to do this. I'm going to use this one for doing the trailer. We've got the horses down here next to the farm down here, right? We've got chickens over there. I'm going to get more chickens. I'm going to buy some more chickens in, and we're going to get more of them around. We've got a shed there for tractors. And then we've got a silo over there. And that silo's got quite a bit stored in it at the moment. Where else can we put things? Right, this is the bit that I'm wondering about. I'm sort of thinking over near the chickens, and possibly eating into that field slightly, is going to be the next lot of livestock that I'm hoping you'll tell me in yesterday's episode. That hasn't actually gone live at the time. I'm hoping you'll tell me what it was, okay? So by the time I record tomorrow's episode, I'll know what you said in yesterday's episode, today, and yeah, this all gets very confusing. I really do need like a TARDIS or something so that I can do a bit of time traveling, and I can figure out exactly what's going on, when it's going on, without any, like, minor issues. Right, why aren't you tipping? Again with the not tip. Why aren't you you should be dumping right in there. And you're not. Oh, wait a minute. Look up in the top left-hand corner. I don't have the trailer selected. Now if I select the Oh, hang on a minute. Basically, my gamepad has now gone and auto-aligned everything on here with all of the controls, which it shouldn't have done. I've just got, and I just want those over there. I don't want the rest of them on. So I've actually got to go through and I've got to remove some of these in order to be able to get this to work so that it goes to that one and not the one that it's doing. Does that make any sense to you? It's just kind of auto done what I didn't want it to do. I've played around with it some more. Now it works beautifully. It's because it was basically, it was like trying to set itself up with controls that I didn't want to set it to, and it's something to do with Logitech, the actual Logitech wheels, I believe, as far as I know. I don't know this for certain, but this is something I suspect and I've heard that it might be to do with. So how much of this is true, I don't really know. Why are you leaving bits? Why have you left bits up there? What's going on with this? We've got a bit that's been left. No, that's just like a dead weed in the field. Really sure what's going on with that. Let's go to you and let's see. Is it to do with the height of the ground? Is it because the ground's uneven or something? For whatever reason, it has left a bit there. Oh, no? Yeah, see, he's come over there, and he's kind of tried to stop, and then he's gone on a bit. I'm not sure, really. I was just, like, while it was doing that, I was altering a whole load of keys and controls on the steering pad, so it may actually have been to do with that. That may have confused it a little bit. It is quite a thing. You're altering all of the commands and stuff for the game, so it could actually have quite the impact on it. I reckon we're going to get all of that field right into that one combine, because it's only a very small field, isn't it? And I would actually be happy to remove that field and turn that area there into like sheds and animal stuff, then have a big field there and big field over there the other side, so all of our animals are over this side. Probably work. I mean, yes, the ground is steeper up here, so there's kind of less of it that we would do, and maybe we would remove those chickens, sell the chickens, cut those trees down over there, and then we can spread things out a little bit. Maybe put the main building, the main animal building that we're going to get right where those chickens are, and then move the chickens up here, further up the hill or something like that. One or the other, I'm thinking. Do something like that. So let's go and have a look a minute. Because we could what we could do, we could cut that one down. And cut that tree down there as well. That's going to give us a lot more room that we can move things about, because you can't adjust the land around the trees. It won't let you do that, because this bit here, this is not being adjusted. It was adjusted over to here. So then those two trees in there, they're not going to affect it. Yeah, it's just those two there and that one up there. If we remove those trees, we're then kind of free to move all of this stuff anywhere we want to. So we could pick this chicken pen up, and I think you just have to sell it and then place a new one down. I don't think there is actually an option to go and move a chicken pen. I don't think you can literally just pick them up out of the ground and move them or anything like that. Tag, place, visit. We've got nothing on there. I think you would have to actually sell it. And if you look in here, actually we want to go to the garage. And we go through there. We've got the chicken coop right there. If I go to sell, they'd get me 10,000. No. No, we're not actually going to sell. How much did we pay for the 20,000? You get half price back if you sell it. That's what we would have to do. We would actually have to sell it, get half price, and then put it back wherever we wanted to put it back. We'll see what's happened with these weeds here. It's saying, oh, it's little bits of fertilizer. You've got nearly full grain tank. We do have enough room to be able to finish this field. He's turned himself round there. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm just going to bring it back a little bit. And I'm going to start the combine up. I'm going to grab that little bit of grain right there. Like that. There's a little bit of straw that's probably going to go out over the back, but we won't worry too much about that. Mainly, what I wanted to do was I wanted to just bring this one, but I didn't want to put the straw swath too far out over the side, so I want to come down like this. Then we're going to get those couple little patches and just see what was going on with that. I'm 90% certain that was because I was busy remapping stuff on my steering wheel, and that caused it to do some funny things. And that would make a lot of sense. We bring this one up to here. Let's just stop you right there a second. Bring you back. And then come on round here. So I got a little tiny bit right there. I can take that out, and then I can move on over here. Just done that. Let's pick that bit up. And whether it's to do with the angle that we're at or something like that. I'll come in through there. See, it is working now. It's actually working. This is what makes me think it was because of what we were doing with the steering wheel. because I was remapping buttons and stuff like that, it kind of just made it glitch a little bit, and that's what caused it to go funny. So as I'm not going to be doing this with the next field, in theory, it should all work absolutely fine. We shouldn't get any of these little issues. Just go and grab that last little bit of crop right there. Pick you up through. There we go. And then I can stop the combine. Just like that. And I'll put the combine arm out like this. I'm going to go around the other side of that tractor. Bring you right round like that. And then, go on, a little bit more. Right. There is our grain going in. We've got our harvest underway. Our Case Pro 7210 with the New Holland TX32. We're bringing in the wheat at the moment. Wheat is what we need for feeding the chickens. Oats, which is in the big field over there. That's what we're going to be using for feeding the horses. And then we got food there, barley, and we've also got some beans. I put beans in case we were going to get pigs. I don't know yet. Like I said, I don't know actually what crop we're going to what animals we're going to be getting. So there's going to be new and interesting and exciting stuff for me. But we'll wait and see. I'll bring this one up over here. Then I want to buy a chainsaw and I want to cut down a tree. I'm itching to get some of these trees cut down so that I can see what happens with it. So I'll just start you up there. Let the hired help carry on with that one. Go on, off you go. Off you trot. Do your thing, dude. Right, that one's doing its thing. There we go. We'll run back over here, and we're going to leap onto that tractor right there, and I'm going to drop those grains into storage, because obviously we can't mix them. The chicken, we'll worry about cleaning the chickens later as well. I'm not going to do that right now. So I want to take this and put it over in storage. 26 miles an hour is considerably better than the 15 miles an hour we get on that little Fiat. I'm wondering if we should keep the Fiat. I mean, I suppose it could do some stuff, but I don't really think we've got a lot of jobs available for that vehicle to do at the moment. So I put you into there, and now that works because the key mapping is done correctly. So obviously, if you do have trouble, anybody with your key mapping not working correctly, it's done this with me. It's auto-assigned everything on the gamepad. And then I tried assigning stuff over here manually, which I shouldn't have done. I should have set it all up on this side and decided which ones I wanted and gotten rid of all the rest of them, which is what I will do. I'll do that. I'll go down through and I'll do that properly so that I've got the right ones assigned on my steering wheel. I've got the right ones assigned on my joystick as well. I'll do it all under this one line here, and I won't put anything out on that side. And in theory, it should keep everything nice and clean, and then I'm not going to have that constant confusion between the two, which is the bit that I think is that was causing the issue. So we'll worry about that. And I want to bring you over to here. We've got a little bit of rough ground right there, which we're going to have to be aware of when we're doing our expanding that field. Anyway, that's not something we need to worry about right now. I'm going to order a chainsaw. I'm not actually going to go up to the shop to get the chainsaw. I'm just going to order it. I'm going to go into there. Steel, actually. It's supposed to be pronounced steel, not still. Husqvarna Jonsud, I think, rather than Jonsud. I think it is Jonsud. And then McCulloch. I don't use McCulloch. I've used them before. Not chainsaws, but different bits of machines. I really don't like them. Did not get on with it at all. It was terrible. It was unreliable. It broke down all the time. I replaced it 3 times with the shop that I bought it from. Admittedly, I'm going to say it wasn't a chainsaw. I won't tell you what it was, but it was another item that McCulloch made, and 3 times it broke down. I don't have any faith whatsoever in that company. I've had bad experiences with that company, so nope, I'm not doing it. So we're going to go for Jonsud, Husqvarna, or Steel. Now, I normally go for one of these. This time, we're going to go for Jonsud because... tell me, please, am I getting this right? Is it Jonsud or is it Jonsud? I'm pretty sure it's Jonsud, but I could still be wrong. I make mistakes on these things all the time. I've got hiccups now. So, we want to bring this one over here, and we want to see how the chainsaws work. So, I'm going to bring this one... Now, what it used to be is the direction you push the chainsaw was... Oh, I thought it was going to crash then for a minute. But it hasn't crashed. It's not done anything strange. Nope, it's there. We've still got the same. The chainsaw is further forward than it used to be. Let's see if we've got any other options. I'll bring that one up. Next hand tool, previous hand tool, activate. Like that. And then that, you bring it round over like that. And then it cuts it and it does it like that. So you see it more. You see more of the handsaw than you used to. You used to see a lot less of it. You used to just see the blade. And I know I've seen arguments actually on other people's videos about this. I haven't actually seen the chainsaw itself being used. I've just seen the comments about it. Whether or not you prefer it like this or you prefer it to be further back. Personally, I saw that coming, cut down one tree. I think I actually prefer it like this. I gotta be honest. Why would I prefer it like this? Why do I prefer to see the thing? Just because I can actually see all of it. I do actually think that this works better for me. Not sure about that. There's a lot of movement on there in order for it to engage on the tree. There, look. See the way that it's jumping around? Yeah, that's very different. I'm trying to get this so that it cuts those branches off. So yeah, it seems to be kind of a mixed bag for how it's moving. The movement of the saw when you go to activate it. Now, what I'm trying to do at the moment is actually just get close enough so that I can cut down or cut off some of these branches. So if I can bring it over to there, I want to bring that round, and okay, we'll cut it right through there. It's that bit right there. There's quite a strong movement when it goes to engage, and that is a little bit weird. Right, I'm looking there. See, it's doing that, and it's kind of throwing me around, and oh, whoa, throwing my screen around as well. Can you imagine this in time? Can you imagine this in time lapse? Okay, I'm not sure about that bit. I am absolutely not sure about that. No, I do the odd bit of chainsawing in the time lapse. That's going to be awful. Like seriously, that is going to give you some seriously bad motion sickness. That is. I don't know about that bit. I really don't. I can't see anything here at the moment because of all the undergrowth. And maybe I should have plowed around it. And it's shaking the screen a lot more. I'm genuinely not sure. Why can't I pick you up? I'm not getting a message to say that it's too heavy. Okay. It's difficult for me because I can't see anything in there. Combine's still going. Combine's doing alright at the moment. Let me down that. Bring you down. Right, where are you? Yeah, look at that. See, we're kind of like chucking stuff around a bit. Alright, pick that one up. Try and bring this out over here where there's a little bit less in the way of undergrowth. So when you're cutting off the branches, it doesn't like rattle the chainsaw around. But when you're moving to that cut, it does rattle the chainsaw around. What I would like to have seen is an alternative control. You're either cutting straight through with one control, or you press the other button or something, and that's the bit that like does the delimbing. So then you don't have like this constant rattle around like this. Yeah, look, see, that's putting the thing right over there. I want to delimb this one right here. Why won't you let me delimb? Alright, let's cut that one. Now what's it done? Okay. Now that I've had a look at this, I'm not sure that this system is much of an improvement yet. I think this is one little aspect of this game that is still going to require a bit of work. Why can't I pick that? I can't pick that up at all. Let's go there. Ah, right. It doesn't come up with a warning in the middle anymore to say it's too heavy. It's just when you've got the help open, it says too heavy and it won't let you pick it up. But I can't see what I'm doing in here to see whether or not I can pick anything up anyway. Because this chainsaw is, like, going insane every time I try to move. Right, I can pick that one up. We can drop that one down. There we go. So now we can come out this way, and we might be able to cut. Look at this. Look, see? I got the green bit down there, and it's rattling it way over and really quickly. Drop you over there. That is going... Genuinely, that is not going to be a pleasant experience when I try to time-lapse something like that. That is going to be a very unpleasant and rather queasy sort of thing to do. Yeah. Definitely think there's room for improvement on that. I prefer the old system. I mean, I can see why it's been done. I can see sort of the advantages of changing it a little bit. Maybe it's, you know, there is bits that is going to be easier to work when you do it like this. But that there, the way that, look at that, look at the way the chainsaw's moving like that. I don't like that at all. Absolutely, that is the first thing I have found here so far in this game that I really don't like, and I think has been a step backwards. Which is a real shame. Still, as that's the only thing I have found so far in all of my look at this game, I think we're doing pretty well. And I'm pretty sure that something as extreme as this, it really does feel like extreme, doesn't it? And so I'm pretty sure that that is something that will be tweaked in the probably near future. We all know that there's, like, in the past, there's been things that have caused problems, caused issues, people haven't been happy with, and the quick patches that they push out for the game, they're very, very quick to address these and alter them and tweak them round in order to keep people happy. So I am pretty confident that this whole chainsaw, the way it moves like it does at the moment, I'm pretty certain this is something that's going to be altered. I would actually put money on this. That's still too heavy? You know, I honestly thought I was stronger than this. Object too heavy. Right, well, I can chuck that bit over there. That there is still too heavy. That is too heavy for me to pick up. I don't know how small I'm going to have to make things in order to pick them up. There, I can pick that one up. Chuck you over there. And chuck you over there. I really thought that I was stronger than this, but apparently I'm not. Right, well, we'll leave that behind. Let's go and get our tractor and trailer. Go and gather up the last of this grain over here. How full? Actually, you know what I could do? It's going to have... Yeah, we're not going to be able to empty out. So if I just press H there a minute. And you can see on this field, this one's cut perfectly. We've not had any issues with it. So I'll bring this one round. Stop that combine. We'll back you up here. There we go. I'll bring you round this way. Like this. Back you up again. We're not going to be able to get that full swath all in one go. So I'm going to try and take sort of roughly half of it. And I'm going to just drop that in there like that. And then I'm going to go back over to this tractor here. I'm going to run up beside the combine. And we can empty it out. It's probably going to stop before it gets... before we get over alongside it. There we go. Told you so. Look at that. It's like I'm psychic. It really is. So we swing in round here. We can get some of that. We won't take all of it. We'll take some of it. Drop you into there. And we've picked up... If I grab like 1,000 litres or so from that. This is barley here. Okay, I'll grab 2,000 litres from there. Like that. That one will work through now and just finish off that little bit. And then we can get into the beans in our next episode. So while it's combining beans, we're also going to want to get our baler out of the shed with our other tractor, and we can start doing the baling as well. I'll stop you. But quite frankly, this is the first time I have been disappointed by anything I have found in this game. I am actually a little bit disappointed about the way this works. I'm hoping, really hoping, that there will be some changes to that. I mean, yeah, it's difficult for me to see what's going on at the moment. And then we've got this here. So that is... I'm doing that on guesswork until... Right there. Okay, so I can pick that bit up now. Unless I've got that, the help overlay open, I am doing it purely on guesswork as to whether anything is going to be too heavy. And I'm not sure I like that either, to be honest. I think the message that came up in the middle of the screen, that was always really useful. You could very quickly and easily see what was going on. And then you also had the option for that. I don't know if that's like maybe there's another setting that will add that in as well. Let's put you up over there, and I'll put you onto there. Right. That's gone through there. And now I've got that one great big log there in the middle. Is buried underneath all that shrubbery, which is not making it very easy. We want to get something to shred this lot up. Quite sure what we'll do. We may put it onto this. We'll take the sides off of this trailer, and then we could stack it up on there, and we could cart it off somewhere. Anyway, we'll worry about all of this next time. We have run out of time. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.